our discussion from. So today we will continue our discussion from the last topic that we started, giving up lethargy. So all of you can share some points what we discussed in the last Sunday session. Any points from the last Sunday discussion?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, we
Yes.
discussed how in various Krishna conscious activities our mind is engaged. Like we discussed the activities like cooking and daily
Mhm.
worship, book distribution,
Correct. Yeah.
where the mind is fully engaged.
Exactly. So we listed down all those. Somehow I couldn't save the document. I tried a lot to search the document, but I missed all those points. But yeah, we discussed about this. What are those engagements or services in which the mind is completely absorbed? There is no, what we say, any gap or any possibility to mind slipping, and then we may not be able to remember what we say, or the mind going into the sense gratification or such things. So we elaborately discussed about this. All of you contributed in many points also. Anything else that we discussed?
Prabhuji, one takeaway point that uh, regularly we have to do an activity. How much time I have utilized in service and how much time I have not utilized. It was left free, I could do something.
Correct. How much time I utilized? What was that?
We should contemplate our day, how much hours in our day we have utilized doing
Ah,
something.
correct,
So,
correct. Yeah, properly utilization of time that we saw also. Basically, listing down all the points where all I have spent my time in the entire day, which all places I am spending my time, and whether it is really fruitful or it is what to say, not much fruitful. So we have to find out that also. There was one more thing which we listed down. One was like Dhruv Pro told about listing down all the services in which mind is completely absorbed. There was one more activity that we did.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, we listed down the activities where we show lethargy.
Exactly. We actually began from that which all are the activities where we show lethargy. Yeah. So almost there was a big list having so many where generally we become lethargy. We think that oh anyway I can do it tomorrow, I can do it later. Yeah. आज करे सो कल करे सो परसों. We change the proverb also. And because we feel that anyway time is there, why to unnecessarily worry so much? Yeah, I can anyway do it. But that time doesn't come. Or we procrastinate, and finally we land up in not doing it. And then suddenly we realize, oh, so many things are remaining to be done. Then you have to patch up. Like one such example we discussed even about chanting. Yeah, so sometimes morning we chant some rounds, then few rounds remain, 1, 2 rounds. Some devotee even one round will remain, and then directly it goes till late night. Yeah, somehow that one round has gone to late night. So why? Because the priority is not given. So basically, we discussed elaborately that if we are not very serious about our spiritual practices, then we will keep it, postponing it. We'll say, okay, one round is only remaining. Let me take prasadam, then I'll complete. Okay, now it is little, I am feeling sleepy. Maybe once I get up, I'll be more fresh. And then with fresh mind, I can nicely, chant. And then once you get up, then you take bath or you go for some work here, there, or talk to the devotees. Suddenly you realize, oh, one round is remaining. Night about to sleep, and then you remember, oh, one round is still pending. And then you complete somehow. So that is how the lethargy. That's why one very catchy point was there that spiritual life is destroyed not by, what is that? Uh,
Ignorance, not by ignorance.
Ignorance. Yeah. Spiritual life is destroyed not by ignorance but by postponement. So We have the knowledge, and that was the definition of lethargy also. Lethargy means you know what is right, but we still do not do it, or knowing what to do, but still not doing it. That is lethargy, and that's how we see that spiritual life. We know that okay, all knowledge is there. What a devotee has to be done, everything we know, but then still the procrastination tendencies. It comes in all our spiritual activities, and then we see that somehow we are lost that what we say we are lost that track in all those aspects. One has to be very careful in how we should be able to uh, give priority to all our what we say, all the spiritual activities. Very very important. Okay, any other points discussed from last Sunday? Yeah, other devotees. Yes, Ashutosh.
Yes, sir. Prabhu, we also discussed about those activities when we can't think about sense gratification.
Correct. Dhruv also told about it. Basically, deity worship. Yeah, you can't, or you have some preaching engagement, or you are giving a class, and there is no question of thinking any sense gratification or any other thoughts. The mind is completely engaged. Yeah, and certain things you can't postpone also. Like suppose you have to chant now. Suppose you go to a temple, and now the chanting time starts 5:30 to 7:30. Everyone has to chant. You cannot escape from there. Yeah, so mind one has to sit there. Of course, mind may escape, but at least physically you are there. So nobody can. So, but when we are alone, then there is a tendency mind may say, anyway, nobody is there. Let me sleep some more time. Nobody is watching me. Yeah, so we may get become slack. But when we put ourselves in a situation where we cannot run away, at least physically we are there. And then maybe mentally, then that also we have to do a lot of homework to bring our mental energy also there. Okay. Any other points?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Hare
Agam.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. We also discussed that lethargy is not inactivity but postponed activity, so or
Yeah,
delayed
exactly.
activity. So we also
Lethargy is
discovered
not
that how
inactivity, but it is misdirected activity because uh, because lethargy means some service has come and we say okay, I will do it later. So instead, or you say no to that service. Some service is coming and you say, oh Prabhu, what is this? I don't have time, and you are giving me this service. I have so many other things to do. And then he will waste time in something mobile or something. So much time goes, or sometimes just talking to someone, and you see the time has lost, but there is no time has gone, but service is not done. The time is, so basically lethargy is not inactivity, but it is misdirected activity. Very important. Yes. Any other points?
Prabhuji, we discussed if we want to get some work done, we should give it to the busiest person and not
Yeah.
the most free person.
Exactly. So whenever we have any what we say, the the busiest person should be doing the service. That is very very important. Sorry, the whenever you want to give, especially the service which needs some responsibility. Like suppose I have to, some things can be delegated, but some things can be delegated only to person who is responsible. Yeah, like in our what we say. Yeah, because once you tell him means it is done. You have to just close your eyes and say, okay, it is done. You don't have to worry at all. Then you can very freely give that service to him. Or a person who is very busy. When we say, Prabhu already is so busy, how can you again give service? No, because he is busy, he is so responsible that even if you give service, he'll say, oh, Prabhu, don't worry, I will do it. And I have seen such devotees also in my life also. Even Radhesham Prabhu is one such. Anything you tell so much busy schedule, but you tell some service or something comes, somehow even in that busy schedule this thing will be adjusted. Yeah, so you don't have to worry. Or sometimes some devotees are really very busy morning to night, they have different services there and very enthusiastic for various services. I want to do this also. Okay, dear, somebody says, oh, vessel washing, there is a need, he goes and does vessel washing. Somebody says, oh, some purchasing was required, and other dudes have what, bro? I already did vessel washing and Others say, oh, I'm ready, I can go and bring it. And we feel very happy. Oh, he has done, still he's ready to go and do some purchasing. And he goes there, after coming, he has to cook also. Like that, one after another comes. But so because that busy person is very responsible, either he will do himself or he will say, Prabhu, you don't worry, you just give me the service. Either I will do it or I'll get it done from someone. Yeah, so that is a very wonderful thing. Like Radhesham Prabhu, when anything comes, like some Maharaja or something is coming, now they will not write to any other person because they have relation only with Radhesham Prabhu. They will tell Radhesham Prabhu, Prabhu, I'm coming to your temple for next 4 5 days. Please arrange for my accommodation and prasadam and everything. So now Radhesham is also traveling everywhere. He cannot personally go and do all these things, but then he will allot a person who is responsible and who will take care that the things will happen. So he will send to the another person who is either is in charge of that or he may be the authority or HOD or something. And he may say, Prabhu, please, this particular guest is coming. Can you please take care of him? And then say, oh, Prabhu, please don't worry. We will take care of him very nicely. And then Radheshampur gets a mail after 1 week that from the guest. He says, thank you very much, Radheshampur, for allowing me to stay in your temple. It was very nice stay. I gave these programs and the devotees very welcoming, very hospitality they showed, and like that they will glorify. And Radheshampur says that, oh Maharaj, please keep coming, keep visiting and give us your association again and again. So Radheshampur understand that, oh, I had given this service to this devotee and so nicely he has taken care that the guest is so happy. Yeah, so that is how we gain the trust of the superiors. Like a service is given and you do it very responsibly, and the feedback goes from, of course, from your side also it should go that Prabhu, the service which you had given, it is properly done. We are taking care of these aspects. Some things we couldn't do, this we some kind of report can be given. And especially if the report comes from the guest side, it is even more better because instead of we telling about our own self, if the person whom we are doing serving, he tells, then it becomes even more better. So in this way, we see that as soon as you come out of lethargy, then so much we can please the devotees so much. Yeah, so this is very important that sometimes out of lethargy, sometimes we feel that, oh, I may not be able to take up or like that. But if we are able to take up, and of course, there is another fear sometimes that what if I cannot do this service properly or justice with the service? That is also healthy fear. Then that can be discussed. That can be discussed with the superiors and uh, taken care into, or can we really take it up or not? And then it can be understood. But if we don't have much and it was told to take us some service and we say, no, no, bro, I don't have time, then it becomes like losing the trust that happens. So one has to be very uh, careful of this aspect. Okay, any other points? Anyone remembers? We even discussed one verse from Bhagavad Gita about. Anyone remembers the meaning of that? One verse was there, Gita verse. That was about, I think, even to maintain one's body, one has to work. Yeah, even to maintain one's body. Now I'll share you another verse. Let us discuss that. Uh, yes, 18.28 Bhagavad Gita. Let us recite this verse. आयुक्ता प्राकृतः शब्दः
आयुक्त प्राकटः
प्राकृतः शब्दः
शब्दः
यथो नैष्कृतिको आलसः
सतो
शतो
नैष्कृतिको
नैष्कृतिको
आलसः
आलसः
विषादी दीर्घसूत्री च
विषादी
विषादी
दीर्घसूत्री च
दीर्घसूत्री च
कर्ता तामस उच्यते
कर्ता
कर्ता
तामस
तामस
उच्यते.
उच्यते.
Yes, someone can read the translation.
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Translation. The worker who is always engaged in work against the injunctions of scriptures, who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose and procrastinating, is said to be a worker in the mode of ignorance.
Yeah, the worker who is always engaged in work against the injunction of the scripture. So this is one of the qualification of the person who is in mode of ignorance. Like he will work against the injunction of the scriptures. That's why it is said that most of the people in this world are in ignorance. Most of them is almost everyone is in ignorance except for the people who come to Krishna consciousness. Because they work against the injunction of the scriptures. Whatever is given in scriptures, they will work opposite to that. And then who is materialistic? They are always looking for material things and all, material agendas, material attachments. Then those who are obstinate, yeah, those who are cheating people are also lazy people, and that's why they want to cheat. Yeah, so that is how another thing. And then expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose and procrastinating, is said to be a worker in the mode of ignorance. And in the, you remember any story from the in childhood? You all must have heard also about that story. There was one animal who becomes lazy, and because of that, he loses the race.
Rabbit and tortoise.
Ah, rabbit and tortoise, exactly. So what happened is actually rabbit had lot of capacity. He could run very fast, whereas tortoise was going very very slow. So it is said that fast and steady wins the race. But here rabbit was very fast also. He had so much capability also. But then what happened? He became too proud and he became also lazy. Then he thought that, oh, I am okay, I am going. And tortoise is coming so what do you say, baby steps taking and coming. I can easily win. Why to hurry so much and go there? I will just take little nap. And he just slept there. So that is how the lazy person, actually anytime some service comes, he thinks that okay, anyway it will be done. The mind cheats in that way. It will be done. I will do it. I will do it. And one goes to sleep. And as soon as you sleep, then you forget everything. And rabbit, when he got up, the tortoise has already crossed that river and gone to other side. So, of course, that particular pole was supposed to reach. So the tortoise already reached to that place. And here the rabbit, he just got up and he understood that he couldn't do it. So because of laziness, so even though sometimes some people may have a lot of capacity to even do service or to do some particular, even to practice spiritual life also, but manda sumanda matayo, yeah, this age is actually Manda Sumanda Matayo, Manda Bhagyahi Upadrita. So people are very lazy for spiritual knowledge. So because of that, what happens? Even though they have time, even though they have, but some people have inclination also, but because of laziness, they don't take to spiritual life. And they say that, oh, I am very busy. I have this, I have that. Even sometimes, even devotees, they come to Krishna consciousness in at one particular phase. They say, I am so busy that I don't have time for Krishna. Yeah. So they are so busy that they don't have time for Krishna only. So then they face a lot of difficulties also in the life. So this is how we see that when one is procrastinating, so even though sometimes one may have big capacity, he can do big service in the mission of Srila Prabhupada, but then he will, due to his own ignorance and laziness, one may not be able to utilize that opportunity. And that's why the what to say, that missionary spirit, it has to be awakened. That is very much important. Otherwise, the time just goes in here and there like that. And you know what is the next part of the story of rabbit and tortoise? Uh, so this thing happens. So the title of the story is "Slow and Steady Wins the Race." Actually, not fast. The lesson from the story comes is slow and steady wins the race. So sometimes we may not have big capacity. So another lesson from tortoise side is sometimes we may not have that capacity to do a very great work or something, but because we have sincerity to do that particular service very nicely, so even though we may be slow in that service or we may not be, we are very steady. We are not giving up the service and running away or something. We are doing it slowly, slowly. And that consistent efforts will actually please the Supreme Lord. And even though it is taking time, but one day you will see that the devotee has gone very much ahead. Why? Because even though he was doing small, like baby steps he was taking, but then he did miracle because of his consistency and because of his steadiness. So slow and steady wins the race. That is very important. Like even we see Lord Ram, he had the squirrel was there. For squirrel, it was a very slow efforts. Yeah, it was what we say very slow efforts were there in terms of putting one grain and putting in the ocean to make a setu banda or something. Similarly, we see that in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time also there was one girl was there. She used to every day bring water from the river for the service of the Lord. So her name was Dukhi. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once found that, oh, what is this? She is such a dedicated. Every day she is going and bringing water pot. One may say, what is this water pot? Anybody can bring it. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to become so? It is coming in Chaitanya Charitamrit, the name of this girl. So why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so happy with this girl? So Prabhu, actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was happy with that consistency and the sincerity which that girl showed. And her name was Dukhi. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, how can your name be Dukhi? Your name should, now onwards, your name will be Sukhi. And that's how her name also changed. So we see that initially, so she was not doing a big service or something. It was a very small service, but because it was done with complete sincerity, it brought the effect. So even a devotee may not be able to do a very great task or something. It's not that one has to become a big leader only. But even if his small efforts are there, which are very consistent efforts without laziness or without this, like there was one devotee, he was preaching in one particular college. Just a minute. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. They have time, they can come and attend the class. Hare Krishna, sorry. Just little disturbance. Yeah, so I was telling about this Sukhi. So can you just close the door? So I was telling about this. This devotee, he was preaching in one college. Rajesh appreciated him very much because almost he was very consistent in the efforts. 1 year he was preaching, second year preaching, third year preaching, and but there was no result coming. Actually, preaching happened. The lot of efforts went, and then at one time even Rajesh said that, hey, not results are coming much. I think this devotee can take up some other preaching or some other thing he can take up or some other service. Yeah, but he was very consistent. Yeah, he was trying day year after year. He was getting very less result. Maybe one two boys may become devotees or not. But eventually, because of his consistency and hard efforts, hard work, he actually brought many boys in Krishna consciousness. And it was so much that Radheshampur now openly glorified. He said at one time we thought that we should close this center, but then because he was so consistent that they started preaching, and that he actually brought very great result and produced many gem-like devotees. So that is how we see that when the consistent efforts are there, then Lord also sees that efforts and He will give the right understanding and mercy also. Okay, let us complete this. Where it is, okay. Here. Yeah, read this. No, this is done, I think. They work according to modes of nature. Okay. They are very lazy. Even though they have some duty, they do not do it properly. They put it aside to do later on. Therefore, they appear to be morose. They procrastinate and anything which is done. See this. Read this point.
Yes, Prabhuji. They procrastinate anything which can be done in an hour. They drag on for years. Such workers are situated in the mode of ignorance.
Yeah. They drag on for years. Yeah. Sometimes small services there, like you see, typical example is of some laborers and all. They are very lazy. They want money actually. You tell them to do something and they will drag it for sometimes days together. Which the thing which can be done in just one day or something, they'll drag on for many days. Yeah, even so, such kind of mentality actually not good, especially in devotee circle. One should not get into such kind of things. Yeah, very important. Now let us share this PDF. Yeah. Hey, one more point we had discussed. That was a mental block. Yeah, that also comes. Mental resistance. This also we discussed about that how mental resistance comes. Like today, no, today Radhesham Prabhu, today we had a Srimad Bhagavatam class. So Radhesham Prabhu was telling in that how uh, what is in the Bhagavatam class, he told about one devotee asked a question about how to reduce anger and how to tolerate a particular situation and all. So that time Prabhuji gave a very nice example. He said sometimes difficulties come in our life and they want that those difficulties make us more stronger. Sometimes those difficulties actually make us more stronger. Like he gave the example of this caterpillar. Actually, it has to break the shell and come out. So when it comes out like that, it actually starts flying and it becomes very easy. But to come out of that, it takes a lot of efforts. It has to exert itself a lot. And then, but because of that, what happens? The caterpillar becomes very strong. But there was one person, scientist, he actually thought, oh, so much, it has to do the hard work. Let me open that particular shell. And he opened the shell. As soon as the shell was opened, that caterpillar couldn't actually fly. It remained in that what we call it, like a paralyzed condition or something, because it couldn't grow itself properly. So similarly, when the difficulties come in our life, those difficulties can make us very strong, and then a person becomes so mature, so much understandable. Yeah, so then so basically by training we see that even so such kind of situations come. Whereas if there is no hard effort, then person may remain weak. Yeah, like even Prabhuji told about the steps also, climbing steps and all. We go by lift, then we don't have to, yeah, and then old age there problem comes. When we have strong body, actually we should be ready to, ready to climb steps and all. That is a good exercise also. But sometimes we think, oh, what is this? I'll use some lift or something, and then it takes so much. But then we also discussed about another thing when we go for a dham or something. Sometimes 2400 steps. It is almost like 120 floors. But the mental block is not there because there is no mental block in such condition, because you know that anyway I have to climb these steps. So then there is no mental block. And because of no mental block, you can very easily go ahead. Yeah. So mental resistance, that is also very important. Yeah. Yeah. So this verse we read, Bhagavad Gita 18.28, Dirgha Sutri, procrastinator. And read this next word, all three points.
Hare Krishna. Always delays execution, has plans but no action. Spiritual life is lost more by postponement than ignorance.
Yeah, spiritual life is lost more by postponement than ignorance. This point also we discussed. Always delays execution, has plans but no action. Yeah, sometimes we make big plans, but somehow when it comes to execution, of course it is not what we say. Yeah, sometimes we think that okay, anyway we will execute. Plan comes, lot of planning comes, but then execution part is also most important. Actually, some devotees are very good in planning, and they make very wonderful plan and all, but when it comes to execution, they are very poor. And there are some devotees who are very good in execution, but they don't plan. They anything comes, okay, let us do it. But there was no planning done. Yeah, so both are important. So if one devotee is in planning mode, one is executing, they both combine, they can do great service. Yeah, so that is also wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Nidra ahara vihara kadi vijito. This actually verse comes in the relation of Goswamis. Read what all things they controlled.
Control things, sleep, eating, recreation.
Yeah, control sleep, eating, and recreation. So they had everything in control. What to say of control? They were not eating only anything. Yeah, so that was because they wanted to save that time for utilizing in the service of the Lord. Yeah, are we controlling our habits or habits are controlling us? This is this is a key. Right sleep, not excessive sleep. Yeah. Sometimes sleep is already over, but then we go over sleep, like that thing also happens. So one has to be very careful also. Yeah, read this. No higher goal.
No higher goal. Without Krishna, no motivation.
Yeah, without Krishna, we don't have any motivation. Yeah, so no higher goal is there. Next.
Comfort addiction. Mind seeks ease, avoids effort.
Yeah, actually, when Krishna is in the center of our life, no, when because we understand, actually in material circle there is no element of Krishna, so they are very much self-centered. Whatever is good for me, I will do, or I will, if it is helping me, I will do, or if it is centered around my own self or my family or my job or something, then they will extend themselves very very much. But without that, nobody extends in this world. Yeah, that's what we see in materialistic circle. But in spiritual circle, it's completely opposite. Yeah, even for the most new people, also we extend so much. Yeah, we for book distribution or preaching or any activity or even to help them, one has to extend. Now, in that many temples now they distribute free prasadam. For whom there is what motivation is there? One may think sometimes in a ordinary home, if they have to give food to other people, they may have to think 10 times they have to think. Because if they are giving some food, but from where the money will come, yeah, so all those, they don't have that motivation to give feed to others. Some people may at the max give some money. Okay, take this money and you cook and you distribute. Yeah, so that's how then ISKCON, then they distribute a lot of food also. Even here near we have one temple coming up. So even today only I was seeing the video. Actually, there is a lot of gas problem, gas issues are going on, and there is no much electricity. Sorry, gas and everything is not there. So one may think that okay, now done because I don't have gas. Why should we do another and this thing? But I saw this video. They are making what do you say wooden chulas, and they're keeping that and cooking all rice, dal, sabji. Three items they are making and sweet also. Four items they are distributing on the Akshay Tritiya is distributed, and regularly also some one or two items will be every day some distribution is happening. Basically, whoever is coming to temple, they are distributing. So gas is not there. So what they are doing is they are putting in chula, and because the temple has not come up, so entire land is, and especially now summer has already started, and you can imagine cooking in the hot sun, and that too in the open area sun. At least you get some wind and all. Here there is a tin shade, and inside the big patela, and that too the fire is also coming. So you can just imagine how much heat will be there. Even in that heat, there are devotees. One Sanatan Pro is there. He's the initiated devotee also. He is only cooking there, and after cooking, they have to do serving also. And some devotees are cutting. They are cutting under a shade or something, tree shade. They are doing cutting. Another devotee. Basically, it is still going on. So this is how we see that the service doesn't stop because of different situations. So these things, even where Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says that whenever I see materialistic people working so hard for their materialistic agendas or desires or attachment, I get motivation to do Krishna conscious activities more with much more enthusiasm and eagerness. So he says, I derive inspiration from karmis, yeah, not in terms of how much opulence they are or something, but that is in terms of how much hard work they are doing for something which is temporary. And I am doing hard work for a permanent thing, then why should I not have that? So he's even deriving, that is how the devotees even derive such inspiration from karmis also. And those karmis, you see that they engage in work, they also work very hard. It's not that only devotees work hard. Karmis also work very hard, but any one of you can tell what is the difference? A karmi is also very working very hard, and the devotee is also very working very hard, in the service of the Lord. So any differences? One difference may be karmi gets salary, devotees doesn't get salary. Yeah, because that is
So the
another.
normal karma makes us bonded, increases our bondage, and then devotional service, it will not do that. It will reduce bondage.
By doing the materialistic activity, the person is getting more and more bound in the karmic cycle, whereas other person is getting released from the cycle of karma. Yes.
And like doing activities without Krishna is like adding zeros, and only when Krishna is there, it's like adding one before all the zeros.
So many materialistic activities like 0, 0, 0, 0. 10 0 is equal to 0 only. But as soon as you add Krishna in your life, same activities, you may be, there are many other people also who do Annadan and all. But as soon as it is offered to Lord and you are giving, then it becomes prasadam. So that activity becomes spiritual. It's adding one, all the activities become very valuable. Any other difference?
Difference in consciousness and purpose.
Purpose is also different, correct? Karmi people, they are working for their own purpose, own selfish purpose is there. Because they want something, that's why they are working hard. If it is only to for other person or something, they will not work that hard. So that is also very important. Purpose is very important. Otherwise, for one's own sake, one is ready to do anything. But when it comes to do it for, and that's why doing service for Krishna also, those who are really spirited or they really have faith on Krishna and they have that, what we say, the at the we can see even the advancement in spiritual life. Those who are really very Krishna conscious and they're completely understood, they are actually real devotee. They understand, oh, Krishna has given me so much. Krishna is my real well-wisher. I should do service to him. I should tell about him to everyone. So then those devotees become very wonderful. Whereas those who don't have much connection to Krishna, he'll say, okay, why should I do? Who is going to see? Or they may just postpone or they may not do it until and unless their interest is satisfied. Yeah. So like that we can go on in this. Yes, comfort addiction. Mind seeks ease and avoid effort. Overthinking or postponement. I'll do it later. Like that is, or lack of discipline. No routine, no progress. Okay, read the next one. Lethargy equal to.
Lethargy equal to mode of ignorance, tamas.
Symptoms.
Symptoms: excess sleep, delay, confusion, carelessness.
Yeah, so these are the symptoms of lethargy. Excessive sleep. Yeah, here you see Goswamis on the one hand, they don't have time to sleep only. Even Srila Prabhupada slept only 3 hours. So we have to see how much we are sleeping in the day also. Sometimes devotees get up early in the morning and daytime they will sleep a few hours. So we have to control this our sleeping thing also. Actually, if no engagement is there, then one will just go to sleep. But that's why we should keep some engagements. Yeah. So mode of ignorance comes. So excessive sleep or delaying the things. Then you understand, like you give every time service to someone, every time he delays. Okay, yeah, Prabhu, I will do it. Every time I have to follow, it means there is some kind of lethargy. Confusion is also another sign of lethargy. Is not able to understand what steps to take, or carelessness. Yeah, so one is not very careful about the things. Laziness today, regret tomorrow. Yeah, those students who become lazy for studies, they regret next day. Or same applies for even materialistic things also. One is lazy, then he has to regret. And same thing comes for spiritual aspects also. So here comes the solution part. Read this. Next one.
Start small but consistent. Fixed chanting daily, even if mind resists.
Yeah, start
Discipline.
small, but be very consistent. Like we discussed the example of this tortoise. Small he started, but he was very consistent and he was the winner. So fix chanting daily, even if mind resists, one should chant very focused way and complete in the morning itself, not keeping it for the night. Yeah, next.
Discipline before taste. Taste comes after practice, not before.
Yeah, discipline before test because test is not going to come directly. Yeah, some people say once I get test, I will start chanting. No, first you define yourself how many rounds you will chant. Then once because you discipline, okay, I will chant every day 8 rounds. I'll chant every day 10 rounds. I'll chant every day 16 rounds. Then you see because of that discipline, slowly, slowly, gradually test comes. And that's why we all are practicing chanting 16 rounds from so many years. Yeah. And tomorrow is a wonderful auspicious Ekadashi. So I'm also trying. Tomorrow Rashampru is also there. So somehow every time I try for 64 rounds, but somehow it some things come, or I can say because of my own lethargy, not able to complete the 64 rounds. But tomorrow, in association of Rashampru, will try to complete the rounds. And mainly the mental block only comes in front. Oh, 64, 8 hours. Yeah, 2 hours only becomes difficult. How will I chant for 8 hours? So there is a mental block comes. But as soon as you have association of devotee or somebody is very inspiring, yeah, he's sometimes devotee are sleeping and chanting, but still they say, no, no, I will not go and sleep. I will sit here and complete my all rounds. Yeah, so that is how we when you discipline yourself very nice, Lord also becomes very merciful. He says, oh, such a even though he's struggling, but he's still disciplined. So that is how the mental block goes away, and then the mercy of the Lord will come in that way. Yeah, so discipline before test. So this is very, very important. For this can be for all our activities actually. Wherever we feel that I'm becoming little lazy, we should discipline ourselves. We feel that, oh, I'm not able to get up early or something. Discipline. Put an alarm. And start doing activities from the night itself. How can I get up early? How can I chant my rounds in the morning itself? How can I balance my all spiritual and material life so that I can give more time for Krishna? So discipline, that's how disciple. No? The guru teaches the disciple discipline, and then slowly test will come. And once test comes, then you don't have, then you are already in the mode of goodness. Then this tamasa or mode of ignorance will not pull us. Then we are already ahead. Yeah. Okay, next.
Regulate sleep. Fixed sleeping time, fixed waking time.
Yeah, regulate the sleep. Sleeping time should be fixed. Waking up time should be fixed. Not that okay, today I went late, I'll get up late tomorrow. Yeah. So actually, going late night is also sign of lethargy. Many people actually, it's not that you are doing something very great in the night time. The whole day is there. Why to do something in the night only? Night actually, we should take proper rest. Even to put ourselves to bed, even in devotee circle, it happens. Even though they have to get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock, Mangalati is there. But still, because of that habit, one is habituated to go late. Now, something or other he will keep in the night, and that thing will take away few hours, and suddenly you find that your sleeping time has gone. So this is how one has to regulate his sleep. Fixed sleeping time, fixed waking time. Okay, next.
Take association. Active devotees inspire action.
Yeah, take association. So in case we feel that I am not active, then we should take association of another active devotee who will inspire me. Yeah, like uh, uh, once some particular, actually one devotee was very much lazy in reading books, doing sadhana. Somehow, yeah, what do you say? Taking the book and reading itself was very tough, as if the book is 100 kgs or something. He is not able to lift the book itself. what to speak of opening the book. So then he was not able to do. Months went, almost months after months were going. One day he thought it is enough now. Every day I'm writing zero in my sadhana score. I'm not able to read. I should sit with somebody who can even read whole days. Then he started sitting with him. And then even though his mind was not concentrating, sometimes he opened the book, at least he opened the book. And slowly, then he also tried to match. He said, oh, sitting in book from morning to last 1 hour is reading. I also want to read. Or sometimes he said, Prabhu, let us read together. And both of them started reading together. And their reading, the other person became very much. He said, oh, so much taste, such a blissful it is reading Srila Prabhupada books. And I was avoiding so many days because of my mental block. But Prabhupada books are so nice. Yeah, so many wonderful things are given. And they had discussion and then wonderful realization sharing. And then in very short time, he also picked up. And then they were reading together also, and they were reading separately also. So in that way, through association, he became active. Yeah, but what is required for doing this? Devotees are there. It's not that devotees required. Devotees are already there. There are devotees. Actually, every devotee is good in different things. Some are good in reading, some are good in hearing, some are good in chanting, some are good in regulated lifestyle, some are good in preaching or some book distribution or different things. So we have to, for every activity, we have to actually associate with that devotee. Yeah. So what is lacking? You said what is lacking in this? Devotees are there around, but what one has to do to actually take proper advantage of it?
We should have the desire that I want to improve.
We should have the desire. Desire is the most important. If desire is there, we can just associate with the devotee and then things will be taken care. Okay, next.
Stay engaged in service, idle mind, lazy mind, engaged mind, energetic mind.
Yeah, stay engaged in service. So this is also very important. Idle mind is lazy mind. Engaged mind is energetic mind. Energetic in wrong way. Energetic in service of the Lord. And lazy in, he is going in wrong way, like that. So stay engaged. That is very important. Next.
Avoid procrastination. Do it immediately.
Anything comes, we should not. This is one habit we get. Actually, immediately it should be done. As soon as we say that I will do later, then gone. Mind will cheat and take us away. Yeah, next.
Remember the urgency that life is temporary, no guarantee of later.
Remember urgency, death, life is temporary, no guarantee of later. What if you say that okay, I will come back, I will go to somewhere nearby, go with my scooty or something. Night I will come and chant my rounds. What if some accident happens and death comes? Life is is temporary. There is no guarantee of later. Yeah, laziness blocks.
Chanting, reading, service, spiritual growth.
Yeah, chanting is blocked, reading is blocked, service is blocked, spiritual growth is blocked. Yeah, so this is very important. So, like one devotee was there, every day his rounds were going late. He made a habit that okay, I'll sleep early, get up early, and complete my rounds before any service comes. He started getting up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, complete his rounds before only. So, like that, we have to give some assignments to our own mind so that we discipline that was required. Discipline you give, then we see that we are able to do it. So, only discipline is lacking. But if we can give such kind of discipline habit, then it becomes very easy. Yeah. Next.
Krishna gives opportunity, but we miss it due to laziness.
Yeah, Krishna gives opportunity, but we miss it due to laziness. It is said that early bird catches the worm. That means, I think when one of the college, when they wanted to start preaching, somehow the devotees felt, oh, anyway, college has just started. We will go slowly. We will go start entering the hostels. So Then devotees thought, okay, let us go in the second week or third week, let the boys little, what is it, uh, cool down and settle and all. But generally, when the boys take admission in the college, that first week itself, we have to catch them. Otherwise, they get pulled by so many other clubs or any other organization. Yeah. Nowadays, many people come also in the colleges. So one such team, they thought, okay, let us go after some time. But by that time, the boys actually enrolled for so many other clubs. When the devotee went, no, we have come from our Dhruva club. And they said, Bro, already we have many other clubs. So we will get very wonderful thing, this spirituality, scientific spiritual life. They said, no, we don't have time. Already our time is now gone. So that is how, when we procrastinate, we may end up in losing also. And so Krishna gives opportunity, but we miss it due to laziness. This is very important. Actually, if you see Srila Prabhupada's life, Prabhupada, if you read Lilamrit, no, Prabhupada, when he went to America, he went to from New York, he went to Butler, Pennsylvania. After going there, he was staying in those Sally Agrawal and Gopal Agrawal, their house. And actually, by staying there almost 1 month, he was supposed to stay. And he had a good engagement. People were coming for classes. Prabhupada was giving them nice inspiration. They were also showing interest every day. Even Prabhupada went to that university also and gave some nice talk, a seminar. And evening, they used to, Gopal Agrawal used to call the people and they used to have question answers and solving and all. So even though preaching has already begun, preaching because Prabhupada's purpose was come to America, start preaching. So if a normal person is there, he will think, oh, anyway, I have made an endeavor to come here. Actually, this requires a lot of coming out of laziness and complete faith on the Lord. That one is crossing such an ocean and coming. Yeah, and he came to a foreign country where nobody knows him. And after coming also, when he went to this home, now one may say, oh, anyway, nice 1 month visa is there. I can stay here, pass my 1 month somehow. At least my some food or something I am able to take. And people are also coming, so in that way preaching is done. My spiritual master will be happy with me. That's it. After 1 month, I will have return journey, and everybody I will tell that I am foreign return. Yeah, I have come from America. I have even given program in this university and made people. That's it. Go to Vrindavan, die like that. One person can do like this. But Prabhupada was not giving up hope. When he understood that, he actually left that place. Actually, through the program, he got one contact of Dr. Mishra, who was living in New York. And Prabhupada said, New York is one of the most important city. So why should I sit here? I should go to New York. But when he is going to New York, he doesn't have any place to reside also. Here at least he has a home. He was able to cook for himself. But now he's leaving this place and going to a place where he cannot get this kind of facilities. Because he was not after facilities, he was after spreading the holy name. And because of that, Prabhupada went to New York, Dr. Mishra's apartment. Actually, apartment was very small. Only he can fit that much. Was a small room was given to him. And for cooking, he had to go almost several blocks ahead and has to go. And that time, even winter started, snow, and Prabhupada was, even in that cold weather, Prabhupada was walking, coming. And at one time, Prabhupada understood Dr. Mishra is also not proper because he was Mayavadi. So then Prabhupada even shifted to another room. Later he shifted to this David's Bowery. And then finally he went to this 26nd Avenue. So this is how it requires a lot of effort, consistency. Even in the life of pure devotee, so many obstacles. So when obstacle comes, we should not lose it. No one has to keep. So Krishna gives opportunity, but we may lose it due to laziness. Yeah. Okay, so this we have discussed already. Okay, any questions? 2 minutes are left. Okay, anyone has any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dada Pranam. Am I
Yeah.
audible, Prabhu?
Yes.
Prabhu, recently Lakshay Prabhu asked one question that he was feeling very less enthusiasm, like enthusiasm has gone, and he's feeling very unbonded with devotees, like feeling very far from devotees, not getting proper nurturing. Like he was not getting the less enthusiasm he had Like earlier,
I couldn't hear properly. Who was not getting proper treatment?
Prabhu, I will write in the chat.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, till then, anybody else has any question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, what I feel is, Prabhu, like when I plan about things and then uh, I start feeling subconsciously that when just by planning, it is completed. Like, suppose I plan like this, I will do this, and then I'll just think, and then I'll subconsciously be feeling that that work is already completed.
Hmm.
How
How without
to,
completing work you feel it is complete?
how do I say so? Like, just by planning, I think not actively, but subconsciously I feel that okay, I planned now, so then I can do it, and then I feel like it is completed.
Yeah. Correct. Sometimes we plan for something and we think, oh, planning is done, so it is almost done. And the execution part, anyway, it will not take much time because almost planning is done. But then when you start executing, you think you understand that oh, so many ad hocs are coming or so many other challenges are coming. Yeah, so that is correct. That thing happens, and that's why we should learn from these experiences. So once you planned and you failed, then you understand. Okay, as soon as you plan, you start executing. Yeah, so the plan is not just to put it on mobile and keep it. No, it has to come in the execution. Immediately, we should start working on that particular thing. That is very important. So again, we are that only we are discussing. We should not postpone it. So execution should start immediately. Any service is given, why to wait for the deadline? Yeah, that we discuss that also. As soon as you give deadline, everybody will submit the form or anything is there exactly on the last day. So the time is there. One may say, okay, anyway, 5 days are there. Oh, okay, last day I will think about it. Last day I will fill the form or something. Yeah, so that's why then devotee have to keep putting reminder. So reminder one, reminder. There was one devotee used to keep reminder one. We will repeat after 3 4 hours. Reminder two. The next day we'll keep reminder three. Final reminder, final call. Yeah. Then most of the devotee will send them that particular report or something on the last day. Final reminder. Yeah. So as soon as we get some service or something has to be done, best is immediately. Or suppose sometimes you have to wish birthday for someone. You think, okay, I will wish maybe after let others wish, I will wish after everyone gets over or something. Suddenly you realize that you couldn't wish only. Now day has gone already. Then you
Sorry, one more question. Raji, like, so sometimes when you talk about planning and execution, Raji, like planning itself, sometimes when we try to do it, like it takes so much time that, whenever I sit to plan, I have to plan, it becomes what do you say, like, scary type of thing. Array, so much time will go. I don't even execute things. I have very much less time to do things. And in this time, I have to plan and do things. I'll just go on without doing any plan. But if I do without plan, I'll fail to do the things properly too. So this becomes, that planning itself, how to do it rightly, that I'm not able to do it.
planning. What is the problem you said while planning?
Planning it takes on, I'm not able to try to analyze the things properly, like what things should be done, because as Prabhuji was also mentioning before, so many add-on things will be coming. How should you manage things? I try to keep the things fixed fully in this right time, and again something comes up, and again that thing, suppose some work has to be done by 6 o'clock, then some things in the middle it comes and it postpones 6:45 around that time. The next part which has to be completed by 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, that postponed to 8:30, and here the gap should be filled, and again in that time one more work will be there. So how should we try to adjust these things, Prabhuji?
Yeah. So all of us have only 24 hours. So we have to balance it properly. So actually planning, like, time has to be taken out. Even though life is very busy, if you it is said planning is half done, not full done, but at least half is done. So execution part remains. So as soon as actually we should sit quietly at one place and think all the things which we have, put everything in one paper or something. Instead of put everything in paper, what all things I have to do. Even this quadrant Prabhuji has made, no, Rajasham Prabhu. Urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not important, not urgent. So we should be in the second quadrant, that is uh, important but not urgent. If those things we do before itself, then it will not go to the third quadrant, which is urgent and important. Now, sometimes it comes in urgency, then you have to do that thing at that time only. So if something is uh, something you can postpone, then you have to see. Suppose I have to plan something for my particular studies or something. Then I plan, okay, this planning time has to be taken out. And after the planning is done, it requires some kind of contemplation and thinking, giving some time to it. And after planning is done, then you can go to the next phase. Okay, how can I execute? Then make an execution plan also and start executing. Okay, this thing I will do first, this thing second, third, like that. And if something else is coming in between, then you have to first see whether I can postpone this thing, whether it is really very important or it can be postponed to the after 1 hour or maybe next day. So certain things can be postponed. It's not that lethargy means everything has to be done same time. You have to see what things can be postponed and what things can be do can should be done at the on the same at the that point itself. So like some things can be postponed also, not that everything as soon as, like I was telling in between, that as soon as it comes, you should immediately do it. So that may not be applicable in a case, certain things, but we have to very intelligently plan what thing I can postpone, and those things are postponable, then you postpone, and these things which are important, then give priority to this. So basically, mind should be filled with, like now I have priority 5 to 6 class, so I cannot put any other things. I know that 5 o'clock Sunday means I have this online class. Online class means I will be fully available wherever I am. I will, if even if I am traveling, I will try to reach before 5, and if I have to take prasad or something, I will take after 6 or like that. So I have planned in that way, and this is the scheduled thing has come. So like that, certain things you can't postpone, but some things you can postpone. You have to intelligently plan in that way. What can be done before, and sometimes if it is too much confusing, and that was also one of the symptom. Actually, if too much confusing means just sit at one place, keep yourself calm, maybe chant one round also. When they say, "Prove where is the time for chanting?" No, so chant one round, become little cool, and then you think, okay, what all things I have to do, and with cool and calm mind, you will get more clarity also. Sometimes when we are too much disturbed, then we don't know what to do first, what to do next. Everything becomes a chaotic situation. So one has to, even like especially when you are managing some event or something, or last exam, suddenly some surprise exam has come or something, then you don't understand what to do now in this situation. So just first get relaxed, understand what is required. That's why mode of goodness is very important. Then you can think and act accordingly. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So Satyam Puru's question is that is feeling less enthusiastic, distracted, sometimes. Yeah. How to recover from this? Anyway, online I may not always interest in. Yeah, that's why actually sometimes this I wanted to tell also to all devotees. Actually, online we have association. We chant every day early in the morning. We have this class once in a week, and in between also we keep sending some Zoom classes and all. But apart from this online engagement, we should always have some offline association also, as far as possible. If there is no such association, then try to be more online with devotees, and we can call devotees. We should not fear that, oh, what to do. Maybe that devotee will be not available or something. We can just call. You say that, Prabhu, I'm feeling like this. Instead of uh, keeping it with ourselves, share with someone. At least with those who will help us to come out of that. Otherwise, what happens is an online thing. What happens? You don't get, first thing is you don't get prasadam, Krishna prasadam. in the association of devotee, it becomes very easy. Like just before some time, when devotee came from Ujjain, he gave this box. I want to distribute to all of you, but then online becomes difficult. How will I distribute now? If it is offline class, I will just give one to each, and then that is how we can manage. But offline it becomes difficult. Another thing is dancing kirtan. Actually, kirtan we are not able to do because of the online thing. Yeah, so kirtan and so these things are very important. To recover from this anyway online, I may not always interested. Yeah, so one thing is we should engage, we should, whenever we feel something that I am distracted or I'm not feeling enthusiastic or something, immediately we should approach you. Don't think, even you can call me anytime. I will be most happy to receive your call and spend time. Even Saturday, Sunday is little tight, but other days I'm more available. Monday
A
to
humble request to
Friday.
all of you. It will be
Yes,
very nothing to it.
Harish. Okay. So we should, especially in case you feel that a person may be very busy or something, at least drop a message and you say that, oh, I wanted to share something. Just write a message and maybe that person will call according to his time. That is also another thing. In case we are feeling that, oh, how can I disturb and all, just drop a message. Then devotee may call you. Like here, anybody, Arvind Pro, of course, he told me that yesterday he sent message that he wants to talk. Somehow I have not called him till now. So sometimes I also thought that
No
I will
problem.
call.
Not urgent.
But it missed out. Because yesterday we had shifting talk in our voice. Almost whole day we were in different services managing. I had to give class also, and we were making big feast, cooking, decorating the temple, and so lot of. I thought I got saw the message. I thought maybe I'll directly call, but somehow it remained. Maybe after this class we'll talk. But you can always drop a message that, Prabhu, I wanted to talk to you. At least that thing comes. Otherwise, if you say that, oh, that devotee is busy and I don't put message, then and the devotee also doesn't know that you want to talk, then it will go postpone, and then one day comes, suddenly some big thing happens and you understand, oh, what now can't do also anything. Yeah, so such things also happen. So one has to be careful in this regard. Okay, any other question?
Okay, one more.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay, let us hear from Agam Pro. Then we'll
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Okay,
Krishna,
one
Prabhuji.
devotee one ask later. I'll ask.
Yes, Agam Pro can speak first, then Krishna Pro keep asking questions. We have, yes,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
yeah.
Prabhuji, my question was that sometimes because the instructions of seniors and Srila Prabhupada are already there for us to follow, but the desire to follow is not there. And if there is a desire to follow, the determination to follow is not there, that we can actually practically do that instruction. And even if we somehow do the instruction, then the intention of doing it gets diverted. So, I mean, we are doing some things in different levels. Some things we have desire to do, something we have determination to do, and something we are doing it, but not with the proper intention. So, how should we do things which all these three things together in the right way?
Yeah, first thing is doing. Doing is better than not doing also. So even though desire is not there, but at least because you know that it is told by Srila Prabhupada, it is told by superiors, at least I will give an attempt. Even though I may not be fully into that thing, but at least I am giving my best. At least I am attempting to do that. That is first thing. Like one devotee said, no, Prabhupada, I don't feel like paying obeisances. And Prabhupada said, first you pay obeisances, then you will feel. Yeah. So he said, I first he's thinking about feeling, but Prabhupada said, first you pay obeisances, then you will start feeling to pay obeisances. So that is how it is very important that we first is we follow that, and slowly, gradually doing that activity, we also get, and we should also keep taking guidance also while doing that particular activity. Suppose I am doing some service, I don't know how to do it, I am little lacking, but because nobody is there, I have to do it, and I my interest is in some other service, but because there's a lack of devotees, then I have to do this service. Because you are doing it, then what we should do? We should keep taking guidance from the seniors, keep taking guidance from someone who already did this service nicely. So in that way, we get help from all the sides. Then that will help us to do the service more nicely. And what if and what to do about the things which we are not able actually, and in this service also there will be some free time in that we can do what we like, those things also can be done. But at the same time, what service is given to us by our superiors, then that time has to be taken out. In case we feel that I don't have taste, I don't have desire, then take guidance on how to develop that desire, and that will depends on case to case also. Okay, in this case, or sometimes if required, then devotee may change the service also. Yeah, that also can happen. So there are multiple levels. So basically, regular guidance is very important in this connection. Guidance has to be taken, then we can work upon it. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Yes, anyone else? Nobody is there, then we'll give Shivram Krishna Bro. Second question is having. Okay. Shivram Krishna Bro, last question.
Yes, maybe. Praji, this question is little, I mean, out of the today's contest. Like, Praji, what should we do when that desire for fame increases very much? Praji?
Desire for fame increases.
Hmm. I mean, like to I mean, one of the lecture I've heard that the consequences of the fame are like they might you know cause a fall down in Krishna consciousness. Or by remembering the consequences, we have to be careful. Or is there? I mean, is there any other way, Praji, like properly? Because that solution is not giving me proper conviction to to divert from that desire.
Hmm. Yeah. So, can you little bit listen? Elaborate your question?
I mean, like, bro, like whenever we do some things, or just like if only we do sadhana, like we're compared to other devotees, once, like if I do sadhana more than other devotees, it seems like, oh, I'm doing now more sadhana. Like, if I compare with the senior devotees also, other they are doing less things, I'm doing more, it becomes like a more proud of things. And also sometimes, like devotees glorify, it seems like array, if I'm not been here, this thing would not been happening. So like this situation comes, so at that time how we should be humble and like understand, even if I'm not there, those things will be done. And devotees are busy in their own things, you know I should not compare myself with them because they're seniors and I have more responsibility. So how should I
Yeah,
understand?
exactly. So desire for fame, these things will come. But what we have to do is we should always, that's why we say no in the morning. All glories to um, Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. For all glories to the assembled devotees. With. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shishi Guru and Shishi Gauranga. And one may say, what remains for me? All glories are gone. Say for me, nothing. Nothing remains. That's why we recite those Prem Dhwani prayers also. All glories to the assembled here. Whoever is assembled here, all glories to them, and I have not done anything. So we should always be in the humble mood, and for that contemplation is very much required. Like any service we have done, we should understand that can I do this service if I don't, if somebody doesn't tell me, can I do this service, or even if somebody tells me. So there are different what do we say levels. Like first we should say that there are devotees helping me, that's why I could do this service. There are devotees giving me opportunity, that's why I got the service. So we should be grateful to the devotees who are giving the service, or we should be grateful to other devotees who are helping us to do that service. Or more, if you go on the Lord platform, then you can understand that if Krishna is not there, then that is the highest level. That is true for all the activities. If Krishna is only not there, or Krishna doesn't give me any, what we say, the strength, or even he's because he's sitting in Paramatma in my heart, I'm able to lift my hand, able to speak. What if he does? He leaves me. I can't do anything. He's giving me opportunity to even live in this world. Otherwise, I can't exist only. That is the basic truth for everything. But even at our level, we can see, even if you want to just see the immediate means, we can see that if there are so many things involved. Like I could make a person into a devotee, but how many people are required for that? And there is a person who actually opened the center, maybe. There is a person who told what to, when to go, what to talk to the boys. All these things are given. And finally, we may speak something, and then somebody comes and cooks prasad and gives him. Somebody takes him. Like I will tell you one example. There was one devotee who was very nice devotee. He came in Krishna consciousness, and all devotees were so happy that this person has become a devotee. And he was very inquisitive, very always asking questions. So one of the senior mentor, he came to the senior devotee, his Shiksha Guru or someone, and he said, Prabhu, I brought this particular devotee in Krishna consciousness. Yeah, I was the one who gave him book, first book, device book or something. And that's how he came to Krishna consciousness. Oh, wonderful, he says. Very nice. Shabash. You can keep doing, bring more souls to Krishna consciousness. And then after some time, one more devotee came. He said, Prabhu, this devotee, I brought him to Krishna consciousness. And the senior got shocked. He said that till now, just now, one person said he brought him. Now he is telling he brought him. The same person, everybody is telling that they brought him to Krishna consciousness. So one person said I gave device, one person said I cooked for him, one person said I used to go to his hostel, one person said I gave classes, one person said that I was the one who booked his ticket. Yeah, many devotees were involved. And finally, then he called this president was there actually, and president called all these people, and he also called that boy who became devotee. He said, "Can you please tell how you became devotee?" And then that devotee said, "Oh, I was very much inspired by the teachings of Srila Prabhupada." And he showed the book and he said, Prabhupada actually made me devotee. And then all people, all the mentors, their head were down. Then they understood that, oh, we are not the one. Prabhupada is the one who is actually preaching this. Yeah, so one has to understand that we may be doing our part, but there are people who are doing their parts also. And sometimes even if we are not available, people will do their part and they will things will go. Even if we are not in this movement, Prabhupada's movement, the movement is going to go and it is like Prabhupada said, no, 10,000 years. 10,000 years, the golden period, and everybody is going to become devotee. Many centers are going to open, many devotees are going to come, many books are going to be distributed. Then one may say, oh, anyway, everything is happening. I will not do anything. I'll just sleep. No, because we do it, we will get mercy. If we don't do it, we lose mercy. So we are just an instrument in all this mission. So all the mission is going to spread, like Krishna told in Arjuna, no, in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna told to Arjuna that, see, all these people you are saying that how can I kill them? What to speak of killing? I have already killed them. All of them are already killed. And then he shows his Vishwarupa form where all these people are actually merging, or what we say, they are getting, they're dying actually, directly entering Krishna's body. No, his mouth and everything. As a Kal, he is devouring everything at the time. So Krishna says, what you are speaking about killing, already everybody is killed. You are only a Bhava Savya Sachi. You are only an instrument. Just do your part. So similarly, our situation also, we have to just do our part, and rest of the things are already done. Already there are who is going to become devotee, everything is already decided. What we have to do is we have to just be sincere in giving Krishna consciousness. That person will also, if he is also sincere, Krishna will say, oh, this person is sincere. Okay, connect them. And that's how he will be connected. And we may think that I brought him to Krishna consciousness, but there is a Krishna's intervention is there, who actually made you it happen, because we didn't have that desire. But as soon as we get some desire, Krishna says, okay, he's having some desire. Okay, let us give this living entity to some other soul. Some that also can happen. So that means if we are sincere, Krishna will give the result. So ultimately, Krishna is the doer. I am not the doer. That is one thing. And even if you think that, okay, Krishna is there, but still maybe I am the secondary doer or something. But in that also you'll find there are, like, if you distribute book, because you are asking general question, I have to now give many examples. Yeah. Otherwise, I can give the specific answer also. But basically, suppose you distribute book. So one may say, oh, I distributed 1,000 book or something. But who is the person who brought the books? Who is the person who shipped the books from Juhu, BBT or something? Who is the person who actually printed? Who is the person who edited? Who is the person who transcribed all the books and then it came into writing and everything? Who is the person who gave the purports? Who is the person who actually gave the translation? Who is the person who gave the verses itself? Yeah, like that. If we come everywhere, we see so many layers are there. We are not on the top layer. There are so many people, so many devotees in between. The Supreme Lord is always there at the end. End also, beginning also. He is there always. And in between, so many devotees are. So for every situation, we have to contemplate and see whether and in case some devotees are glorifying us, sometimes devotee glorify, oh Prabhu, you have done so nice. So we should accept that glorification as an expectation. We should understand that I don't possess all these qualities, but these devotees are so great. They are always, what we say, they are always glorifying so much. They are finding, what you say, diamond-like qualities in a sinful soul like me. I am such a sinful, but you are so great that you are finding good. Like that, we should say, or we should say that. Prabhu, if at all you know about what is there in my heart, you will kick me and remove me from this place. Yeah, that is my position. But you are, because of your kindness, you are glorifying. So we should glorify them in turn. Not that they glorify and we say, oh, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. We should say that, Prabhu, whatever, this is your good quality that you are seeing good in me, but actually I don't possess anything. That's how we have to reply. And if seniors, if they say, then we should not say like that. When seniors say some glorification, then you can't say that. No, Prabhu, you are good. You are. When seniors say, we can tell that, Prabhu, please pray for me so that I can actually develop these qualities. Or we can say that I can come to your expectations. Because when seniors is telling, oh, Prabhu, you are chanting very nicely. That means that is the expectation from that senior that I should chant nicely. So then we should take it in that way. You also understand, oh, I'm not chanting that good, but because he's telling, then I should chant now. Now at least I should do great. In this way, our reply should come. Then our humility, when it comes ahead, then a false ego will go down. And that's why we have to, that's why devotee association is very, very important. We have to keep come in their contact and regularly practice this. Humility should first come in expression, then it comes internally also, it will come. That is very important. Okay, thank you all very much. Almost 1.5 hour is over. So thank you all very much. Wonderful discussion we had. And these are very practical topics actually, very relevant for our day-to-day practices and life. For me also, it is very important. So by discussing with all of you, I am also getting benefited. So thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much,
Prabhuji. Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.